Hello, this is Winnie Guillory. It is my pleasure to bring you this short presentation. Most people don't realize there's a problem until someone is already gone or already unable to communicate. It's not that families don't care. Everyone assumed someone else knew where things were. The struggle is that all the important information is in 10 different places. At that point, families are definitely not looking for new information. They're looking for clarity. They're trying to find passwords, documents, instructions, and contacts. They're trying to access accounts. They're trying to figure out what needs to happen next without guessing. In this short walkthrough, I'm going to show you what being prepared actually looks like. Calm, organized, and everything accessible when it matters. Not with binders and not with scattered files, but with one secure, organized place that gives the right people access at the right time. This isn't theory. I'm going to show you exactly how it works. So here we go. So when you log into your Legacy Vault account, you're going to see the welcome page and the dashboard right here. So you can see all the information. We're kind of going to go through a little site navigation, but here is all the parts of the vault. You have this personal information, financial, family, advisors and contacts, documents and accounts. You have the video vault, and then the end of life wishes. This is where you can leave your instructions. You have the pet section, you have the veteran section, and the video vault is also here. Now, you can access all these parts, sections here, or you can come from the left side here and open up all the different sections, which is the same here, but let's just go ahead and navigate it from here. As you open it up, you can see there's a section for personal information. I'm just going to go in here and just kind of show you. So right here, you can see Donald is the owner of the account. He has shared this account. These legacy vaults can be shared with a partner, a spouse, one other person you can share this vault with. So he has shared it with his wife, Debbie. And so this is all Donald's personal information. And then here you can see Debbie has all her personal information. And then there's a section where they share addresses. This is their shared addresses. Of course, they have their home here. And then they have a vacation home. And then there's options to add unlimited addresses. All of these sections are unlimited access. So we're going to go back to that personal section, and you can see here is where they can add their healthcare providers. I'll just open it up here. You see Donald has several doctors and medical providers, and then here's Debbie's section. And then here are the shared providers that they share together. So we'll go back one more time to this personal section and show you how there's the employer information and then the education information. So this part shows that Donald's education transcript. You can click here to see full information, and then you can hide in details. And then we'll go up and we'll look at Debbie's information here, and it's the same. Okay. And we'll go back one more time to the personal. And so those are all the sections. In each section, there's this part here where you can click that you like help with this section. And when you click on that, it will open up different options for you where you can get help. Okay, so we're going to go back and we're going to go into the next section, which is advisors and contacts. And here is where all of the advisors, the attorneys, accountants, professional advisors live here. So he's got his accountant, Benny Bean Counter, and he's got his Cutthroat Jones, his attorney, and then the spiritual advisor, the real estate broker, and then the insurance broker. And then, of course, advisors can be added. Debbie has hers, and then they have their shared. And of course, never forget to put in my information as your Legacy Vault consultant that you can call whenever you have any technical issues. I am not the technical person, but please call me first, and then any issues that I cannot handle, I will route you to John Braddock, who is the founder of this wonderful program. So those are the advisors. So financial has the bank accounts, any loans, the credit cards. I'm just going to click in. I don't want to make this too long. A lot of this is self-explanatory. When you start your vault, you can just come in and start adding your information. And this is what is really good about here with these credit cards. You can open it up, and then it has the name on the card number, the expiration date, and the 4-digit CSV code. And if you're opening your vault up in a place where you have prying eyes, then you can hide those details. The same for each one of these. You can put all the information, the contact information to call for emergency or for help. So those are all those sections. And then the investment accounts. Once again, I don't want to be looking at the obvious, but this is where all that information. So we'll go back here and go into the family section. There in the family section, there's a whole section for children where they can add their children, their home numbers. If you have adult children, their home number, their cell number, their address, place of birth, social security, and of course, you know, you want to keep that hidden. But just think about birthdays. You want to send birthday cards. You might need to, someone may be calling a relative and they need the address of your child, and you've got all that information right here where you can access. Or you may be shopping. You could even put their clothes sizes and any kind of notes that you want to, you can add to these sections just to help you to access these quickly and conveniently. So we're back here with the, we were on family. And then there's a section for other family members. There may be estranged family members that a person wants to have information on. Here, Donald has his father's and his mother's information. And here, he has their birth date, their anniversary date. And so this is presuming that Donald's mother is still alive. And let's look here. And Donald's dad has died, and so his he has his death date here. So just at your finger information that is easily accessed. You may be out at the bank, you could be shopping, you could be at some agency, and you need access to this information, and it's right here. And now we're going to get to the documents. This is one of the best features of this tool. So you can see here there's documents, and you can upload these documents. Now, as we know, wills generally, if something happens, an attorney would want the original will. In my vault, I have uploaded my will, my power of attorneys. I have a couple, and all of my important documents like that. The situation is if a will is destroyed by fire or a disaster, then an attorney may take. In those cases, they usually will take a copy. So, because even a physical safe can get burned up, soot and all of this. So this is what's so important. And I say have both. I have a safe, and then I have this legacy vault. But I'm more dedicated to making sure that all of my instruments are uploaded into my legacy vault, because this is where I can access it anywhere. I could be on vacation out of the country and need something, and I can actually go into my legacy vault, and also can my authorized users, and we're going to get to that part. But you can see right here, Donald has information about his firearm, and his firearms are locked in his safe in his office. And then this is a PDF document that he uploaded with information about that. He's got his insurance documents. This is his homeowner's policy, and then his flood insurance policy. So there could be additional information that he could put in here. Once again, it's unlimited. And then he's got his living will copy here that he scanned. All of the powers of attorneys. He's got 3. He's got a durable power of attorney, a healthcare, and a financial. And then he's got a prescription list. This is very handy to have, because how many times you go to the doctor, and sometimes you don't have all of your prescriptions, or you cannot remember. Well, why not have a list, an updated list of your prescriptions in your legacy vault? And one thing, this is a good time to talk about that. This is not a set it and forget it. You're going to be working and updating your legacy vault on a continuous basis. I have sometimes, like once a year, at the beginning of the new year, it's a good time to go and update different documents. But where this outshines a physical book, a binder, you can upload this. I mean, you can update this as you go, and on the fly, and continuous, and it's updated, and it's not confusing. When you have all these different books and places, it just leads to confusion. So I don't want to take too much time, but then he's got his will uploaded. And then let's look at some documents that maybe Debbie has uploaded. She has her driver's license, her do not resuscitate card, and some healthcare power of attorney and such. This is a demo, but once again, you can, my list is very long with all the documents that I have uploaded, and daily I think about, oh, this is another document. I need to put it in my legacy vault. I need to scan this. The balances on my loans. I periodically will get a statement and upload it in my vault. And then when I put the new one in, I delete the old one. And it's just a system where I can go one place and everything is there. So they have some shared documents. They have their tax returns all uploaded in here. And that's one of the beauties, is the uploading of these documents. Now, this is one section that I really love, and that is website logins. I use this religiously, and this has really given me a lot of, I get locked out a lot, and my passwords were in so many different places. So you can see here, you can add all of your accounts, any accounts that you have. Mine is really, really full because, again, it's unlimited. And every day I think, oh, I got to add that to my legacy vault. I got to add that. And what's so good about it, and then you open up the details. You've got the username. You can either show the password if you want to, hide the password. So once again, these are all the sections, and once again, you have this if you want help with the section. Now, the video vault, I don't know if I have a video in here. Well, this is an example. Please play for my first demo. Remember, his name is Donald Demo. For the first demo grandson, who I did not get to personally meet. So this is assuming Donald did not live to meet his first grandson, but he has a message, some type of family tradition, mission. You can put any of that stuff in there, recipes, just any secrets and trademarks of the family can go in here, and then the video can be uploaded and played. And then this one is Love from Granny Debbie Demo, and this is a message to my grandson in utero. It was recorded on December 31st, 2013. View it upon her death. And then she's got additional instructions, which are, please play this at his 5th birthday or sooner if you think he will comprehend. By this age, hopefully he has heard a lot about me and seen many of my pictures. So this is just a special legacy building little vault videos that you can leave for your grandchildren or for whoever, an estranged child. A child that, maybe would feel like once the will is probated that they didn't get their fair share, and you can leave a video to say, hey, I know you feel that you may not have gotten your fair share, but here's what I did for you while I was still alive. So I helped you, and this is why I gave your sister or your brother this. Just anything that your imagination can go to, you can put in this vault. So now we're going to look at, so those are all where the documents lived and kind of navigating the site. Now we're going to go to this end of life section, and here's where you can add your funeral arrangement, instructions, your eulogy, obituary notes, who you want to handle the arrangements, the treatment of your body, what color you want the casket, if you want it to be open, anything, the place of interment, where you want to have it, services performed by, the pallbearers, any special music, notes, food, drink, flowers, grave, and then additional. So it's just unlimited. Okay, and then let's see, Debbie has not filled hers out yet. So going back, let's see what other kind of section. Okay, this is gifts and plans. So this is the location of the will, who is the executor of the will, where is the trust, and the safe, and who the trustees are. And then the next section is elder care. If there is any plans for that, then that can be put in here. Just everything that you could think about that a family would need in life and in death, because this is the end of life section, but all the other sections were during life. So this is all of this stuff, time on life support. I have a DNR bracelet, measures to be taken, just all of these different things that the system prompts you about. So now we're going to go to pet section. We have a lot of pet lovers. I myself is I love my pet very much. So in this case, they have a pet. They have a Shih Tzu by the name of Sparky, who was born in 2021. And here's their instructions for that. The desired new home for the pet upon my death. The first choice is to give Sparky to my son, who has space for an additional pet. If he cannot keep him, then his second choice is my pet sitter, dog whisperer. Okay, and then the care instructions, pet sitter is an authorized user for everything needed to know about Sparky. And then they give a little information about the pets, about Sparky's temperament and behavior. Sparky is afraid of thunder and he likes to be in my lap when that is happening, or if I'm not at home, I close him in the hall bathroom where there is a sound barrier to help. And then there's his veterinary uh, contact information and his end of life instructions. They want Sparky to be buried under the big oak tree in the back of the property and make a headstone with a picture of him with the words best friend. So isn't that sweet? And then we have, and of course, if your pet has allergies or any type of special request, that can go here. And we're going to see in a minute how the authorized users, how they can access all of this important information. And then there's a veteran section where Donald is looks to be a veteran, and there's the VA website. Once again, this would be a live link. Personal identifier, his DD-214 is uploaded here. Branch of service, dates of service, and if you are married to a military person or have had to deal with that, this is so important for so many agencies trying to get their benefits or even after death. So this is really handy. You could be out and about, like I said. I utilize my vault from my phone when I'm out and about, especially for passwords, once again. And every now and then, if I have to get an account, just the other day I was trying to change something on my water bill, and they needed me to either have a copy of it, which I did not, or the account information. And I was scrambling until it occurred to me that I had all of this in my Legacy Vault. So I was able to get to that information. So now we're going to go into the account settings. I hope I'm not taking too long. And this is where it shows. Now, when the owner of the account gets the account, they have to, you can set up two-factor authentication, and they have to invite a co-owner. In this case, Donald was the owner of the account, and he is sharing this account with his wife, Debbie. When you buy an account, you can share it with one other person. That is not the authorized users. This is just who shares the account with you. And so he sent out the invitation to Debbie. You can cancel the invitation and then you can resend it. And it looks like for this demo, the invitation was sent on December 7th, 2024. And somehow it was declined and then resent on March 18th. So again, this is a demo account. And this is recurring plans. So what I'm offering here is not a recurring plan. There is, I mentioned John Braddock, who is the founder of this program. And you can go to John's website, My Life and Wishes. In fact, I encourage you to, so that you can learn the interesting story of how John and his wife Michelle started this whole program. Their story, and John, it started with a book called Click Here When I Die, and then it developed into this software program. But John does offer a 30-day free trial, and then he offers a monthly subscription. I think it's $14, and then an annual subscription, something like $140. So you can do that. I'm not offering that. I am offering a lifetime subscription. But here's what you have to think about. It's very good to kick the tires and do a 30-day or even a month by month if you're kicking the tires. But, you know, once you get in here and you start putting in all your important information and start really liking this program, and then you have to think about that it's going to expire. And then you have to either start the subscription. If you're doing the 30-day, you'll have to start the subscription. And And what I'm offering is just a better offer for a one-time premium for lifetime ownership. So you would not have this recurring plan. Now, authorized users, and we're going to get into, I'll talk about my plan for the lifetime subscription. So Dog Whisperer here is an authorized user. So we're going to go here into the manage user, and you can see his name and his email address. And here we get to the permissions. So anytime, like right now, my two children are authorized users on my account. So certain sections, I have them where they can view it. Nobody can edit anything in my account. I'm the only person who can do edits. But I do have some permissions turned on where my kids can view it. And in this case, the pet sitter is one of the authorized users who can view. And what the beauty of this is that you can turn those authorized users on and off, because even with your children, you may add them as an authorized user, and then a situation happens where you decide, well, I don't want them to see this anymore. You can turn it on and off, and you can also delete an authorized user and add them back. So you've got all of that. Now, you can print. Let's just say at the end of this, for me, for example, well, when I die, or if I become incapacitated and my children need to come to the vault and access all that information they need, and let's say I pass, and now they no longer need to use the vault. They can close this vault out. I do have a lifetime membership, but they can close it out. The system will tell them. It will allow you to print out everything. You can print out a PDF, create a printable PDF document of all the information. And it does give you a warning that there's a security risk associated with printing because you've got all this confidential information. So it's just giving you that warning. And then it asks you to be sure, yes, I understand and accept the risks associated with creating a printed summary. And this is another good thing about having this account in the cloud, because many of you may have books and binders, but you're careful about putting all that social security numbers and all that personal information. You can change your password at any time. If you forget your login information, it will allow you to reset that. And then here is where you can go and close that account. You can print that summary here. I just showed you that. And then this is billing information, which would not pertain to you because you would be a lifetime member, just as I am. Okay, now I think that's it, and this is where you can log out. So hopefully I've taken you through everything with this demo. If you do have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me. So what about security? What makes this different than any other digital system like Dropbox or OneDrive? Well, the Legacy Vault has military grade AES 256 encryption. For those who don't already know what that is the level of security that NASA and many other high security companies have. That's the level of security. In other words, I mean, it would take, it's like so long, you almost cannot crack it. So you can go and Google and do your research on that, but it is military grade AES 256 encryption. You can go Google and see some of the other top companies that use that type of military grade encryption. Now, I did already take you through the access controls and how you can turn it on and off, and this is what makes this one different from a Dropbox or uh, other digital platforms that you can share with a person. This one allows you to share parts and also to turn, there's different levels of access. And also just you don't have to share everything with them. You can share just certain sections. Updating information, once again, is easy and on the spot. How I use mine religiously, honestly, is for passwords, because I was one of these people that I would get locked out, and I still do, but when I'm trying to just remember passwords, I had passwords on my phone. I had a file, and then I had some on my OneDrive and on the key, the Outlook thing, and my passwords were just everywhere. And it was just time that would be taken up trying to find the correct password. I've abandoned all of those, and I use the Legacy Vault. So anytime that I make a change to my password, I go straight to my Legacy Vault and update it. And if for some reason I'm out and about and I'm just, trying to get into a site and I've put the wrong password in and it locks me out, when I change it on my Legacy Vault again. If I'm somewhere where it's just it's not feasible, I will make a little note, and then as soon as I'm home or the next time that I'm at my office, I immediately make that change. And so once again, it's not set it and forget it, but it is one place that you can go and put everything, and it it you'll learn how to use it where it is the first place you go every time, and that's the beauty of it. So one question that I do want to talk about: what happens if My Life and Wishes goes out of business? So you've bought this lifetime subscription, and it's 10 years down the road, and you've got all your private information in there that you rely on. What happens if John Braddock goes out of business? Well, no worries there. John does have a succession plan in place for this business, so you will always have uh, technical support and someone that you can call on to, even in the event that John is no longer here or Michelle is no longer here. My Life and Wishes will still be ongoing because of that succession plan. And I've talked to you about closing your account. One beauty about closing your account, if you do decide, for 90 days, you still have access to everything in your vault. Now you can go access it. You cannot add new information or make changes, but you do still have access, and you can print out all that information. And then after 90 days, everything's deleted and your account goes away. But during the 90 days, you also can resubscribe if that is chosen. So at this point, you've seen how everything is organized, how the access works, and what happens in real life situations. Now, for most people, the question isn't if this would help, it's whether they want to leave these details unresolved. Now, if this feels like something that your family would benefit from, and you can go and set the Legacy Vault up today. There's going to be a link after this webinar, after this demo, that you can click to have a consultation, a 15-minute consultation, or you can go straight and buy your Legacy Vault. Now, once again, it's designed to be updated over time, adjusted as your life adjusts and change, and available whenever it's needed and not after scrambling. So there's no obligation, no pressure, just a clear next step for people who value being prepared. Thank you for your time.